Hello and welcome back everyone to our 10th episode of ABAP development on our SAP BTP platform with me Amrit. So in our last episode we discussed about the global structure and global table types and we created them and we also used them in our ABAP program in our ABAP class here. Now let's start and let's go on to the dictionary part in more detail. And in our dictionary feature of our ABAP system, if we check, if I'm opening the package, I will first go to the dictionary section. There is my dictionary. Till now we know how to create structure and table type. Meanwhile, let's move on to the most important part of it. What is table in ABAP on cloud? What is table in ABAP on cloud? We will start our journey. So just like we know, see, understand the feature here. Behind the ABAP on cloud system, HANA database is hosted on the SAP data centers. Though these data centers do not belong to SAP itself, they are taking it from Amazon, AWS, Microsoft Azure. They have done the partnership from them and also from Google Cloud. So HANA database is hosted on them. So whatever table we are going to create, ultimately they will be saved. Ultimately, so I'll give here. Ultimately, they will be saved at the same location, saved inside the database. But we do not need to worry. Again, here SAP is going to take care about everything. Going to take care about everything. As a developer, we are supposed to develop it. Rest system will be taken care by SAP itself. So what is table? Same definition we can give. Table is a collection of rows and columns, and it is the permanent storage of data inside the SAP system where data will be stored. Table is the collection of rows and columns, and it is the permanent storage of data inside the SAP system where data will be stored permanently. So it is the collection of rows and columns. Using ADT on Eclipse, we can create our tables in ABAP on cloud environment. Before going for the creation of table, I will give a brief introduction about the table. So generally in SAP system, what SAP does, SAP categorizes. So SAP categorizes, I will say categorized categorizes. Yeah, SAP categorizes the tables into two different parts. First one is by default my header table, and the second one is item table. So I will here item table, header table and item table. Let me give you an introduction on that. Header and item table. So what is a header table? Header table will contain the header data or main document information. Generally, header table always have a single primary key. And if I talk about item table contains the line item data of the system, or of the, I should say, of the module in which we are working on. And if I talk about here my table things here, so item table item table will can mostly have more than one primary key, so that it can contain duplicate data as well, more than one record for each record in the header table. This is the general assumption. This is the general rule which is followed for the implementation of our tables in our SAP system. So for our understanding here as well, what we are going to do is we will take the reference of the same thing here, and we will try to create our header and item table in this case. So what we are going to do for our header and item table, we will take the case of sales order. I'm going to take the example of sales order. This table will contain the sales data of the company. So what they are going to do, we will have a sales order header table and sales order item table. And for the sales order header table, we will have columns. So we will manage our sales data of the company using these tables in ABAP on cloud system, AOC system. So for my sales header, I'm going to have certain columns, like I'm going to have here order ID. So columns will consist of order ID. This order ID will have a length, say I'm giving a length, suppose numeric character 10, or what should I say? Yeah, numeric character 10. It looks bigger. Let's make it to numc 3 is fine. It will also have the client number. Client number I'll explain in the next session while creating it. So client order ID. Other than that, I will have buyer details. So buyer ID. Oh, and order number I will also have. So order number. So what should I give it? Say integer 4. Buyer ID I will have those who are going to buy it. So this also numeric character 3. I will have gross amount, and gross amount, suppose I'm having here currency up to 13 length, and then I'm going to have here currency code. So for this currency code, say I'm having standard data element, I will use this. For the item table, I will have sales item. So sales item. In this case, I'm going to have order ID as the primary key. Or instead of buyer ID, let's name it buyer name. It looks more. So character 30, I'm going to give it. Right. Order ID, order number. Yeah, looks good. Let's go for the next. So client number. This will also have the client. And by default, the same will also be there. Order and ID, numeric character 3. Order number is there. We'll have line item number. So order item number. In case of order item number, say I'm giving what should I give here? Okay, character 3. Character 3 looks good. So in the item, we will have my order description, character 40. We will have item cost as well. No need for item cost. This much looks good. And here, instead of order number, let's make it order date. This looks more sufficient here. So I'm giving here a dates length 8. These are going to be my sales order header table and sales order item table, which we are going to create in our ABAP on cloud system. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please do subscribe our channel, like this video, and we will continue learning in our next episode. Till then, bye bye.